Right now, you probably think the greatest survival skill humans ever invented was fire, maybe language, maybe weapons. That's what almost everyone believes. But if you took those away, your ancestors could still survive. Take away one other skill though, and our species would have disappeared hundreds of thousands of years ago. No cities, no civilization, no you. The strange part is that almost nobody thinks of it as a survival skill at all. Yet it may be the single reason humans became the most successful species on Earth. Let's imagine something. Tomorrow morning, you wake up completely alone. No phone, no roads, no electricity, no houses. Everything humanity has built is gone. Around you is a world that doesn't care whether you live or die. You need food, you need water, you need shelter. Before sunset, you need to avoid becoming food yourself. What gives you the best chance of surviving? Most people would answer fire. Fire keeps you warm. It cooks food. It scares away predators. It extends the day by turning night into usable time. Without it, surviving a cold winter becomes almost impossible. But here's the problem. Fire has been used by humans for hundreds of thousands of years, and yet fire alone never built civilizations. A campfire doesn't teach your children where to find water. It doesn't remember which berries are poisonous. And when the person who knows how to make fire dies without passing that knowledge on, the fire disappears with them. Maybe the answer is intelligence. Humans have unusually large brains. We solve problems, we invent tools, we adapt to almost every environment on Earth. But intelligence by itself isn't enough either. Every generation is born knowing almost nothing. A newborn doesn't know how to hunt, build shelter, recognize edible plants, or avoid predators. Every skill has to be learned. If each generation had to rediscover everything from the beginning, humanity would never have advanced beyond survival. So perhaps it was weapons, stone spears, bows, traps, knives. These changed the balance between humans and predators. But weapons are useless if nobody knows how to make them. A sharpened spear isn't found in nature. Someone had to discover it, someone had to improve it, and someone had to show another person how to build one. This is where the real story begins. For millions of years, evolution improved animals through biology. Longer claws, sharper teeth, better camouflage, faster legs. Each improvement took thousands of generations. Humans found another path. Instead of changing our bodies, we learned how to preserve knowledge outside our bodies. Imagine discovering, completely by accident, that certain plants can heal wounds while others are deadly poison. You have two choices. Keep that knowledge to yourself or teach it. The moment you teach another person, your discovery survives, even if you don't. Now imagine that person improves your idea and teaches 5 more people. Then they improve it again, generation after generation. Knowledge begins to grow faster than evolution ever could. This is something almost no other species does at our level. Young wolves learn to hunt from older wolves. Young chimpanzees copy tool use from their mothers. But human learning became cumulative. Each generation didn't simply imitate the previous one. It started where the previous generation finished. That changed everything. A child born today doesn't reinvent language. They inherit it. They don't rediscover fire. They inherit it. They don't invent farming. They inherit thousands of years of accumulated experience. Every book, every map, every scientific discovery, every survival technique is part of a chain stretching back through countless generations. Your greatest inheritance isn't your DNA, it's knowledge. Archaeology gives us clues that this process began far earlier than most people realize. Stone tools didn't remain the same for millions of years. They slowly became more refined. Hand axes became specialized tools. Simple wooden spears became carefully balanced hunting weapons. Clothing became stitched garments. Shelters became engineered structures capable of surviving brutal winters. None of these changes happened because humans suddenly evolved better hands. They happened because ideas survived longer than the people who first imagined them. Think about that for a moment. A person living 40,000 years ago could create something they would never personally benefit from. Their children would. Their grandchildren would. Someone they would never meet could build upon their idea thousands of years later. That ability transformed individual intelligence into collective intelligence. One brain has limits. Millions of connected brains across generations do not. This explains one of the strangest facts about our species. Humans spread into frozen tundras, deserts, rainforests, mountains, and remote islands in an incredibly short period of evolutionary time. Our bodies barely changed. Our knowledge did. When one group learned how to sew insulated clothing, survive freezing winters, or preserve food through harsh seasons, those discoveries could spread without waiting for evolution to redesign the human body. Knowledge became humanity's fastest adaptation. It solved problems before natural selection ever had the chance. And unlike claws or fur, knowledge doesn't disappear when winter ends. It accumulates. Today, we often think of survival as an individual achievement, the lone explorer, the fearless hunter, the genius inventor. But history tells a different story. No human survived alone for very long. Every survival skill you have was learned from someone else. Even something as ordinary as boiling water, tying a knot, planting crops, or reading these words exists because millions of people you've never met passed information from one generation to the next. You're carrying pieces of minds that lived thousands of years before you, and one day, someone else may carry yours. That's the greatest survival skill humans ever invented. Not fire, not weapons, not even intelligence itself. The ability to preserve knowledge, improve it, and pass it on. Because once knowledge could outlive the people who discovered it, humanity stopped depending only on biology. We began evolving through ideas. Every generation became stronger than the last without changing its genes. That's a superpower no predator could bite, outrun, or outfight. Here's the part that amazes me. Right now, you're using that ancient survival skill without even noticing. Every time you teach a child, share an idea, write a message, read a book, or watch a video like this, you're participating in the same chain that allowed our ancestors to survive impossible worlds. The greatest survival skill humans ever invented wasn't something we held in our hands. It was something we shared with each other. And that may be the reason you're here today.